3 days later, at morning, Jian Shankar stood in the living room, adjusting his tie like a man preparing for battle. Except the battle was just his office. In the kitchen, Kim Dong was making breakfast. He was still creeping, still quiet at time, but he had decided one thing very clearly. If life refuses to stop, then neither will he. For Minshun, he placed a small bowl in front of Minshun and began feeding him. Open your mouth, Tong said softly. Minjun obediently opened his mouth like a baby bird. One spoon, two spoon. Everything was going smoothly, too smoothly. Meanwhile, Shankar grabbed his coat and walked toward the door. Minjun's eyes shifted. He slowly turned his head, saw Shankar, and with perfect timing said, Papa? Shankar froze mid-step. Oh no, he knew that tone. That was the don't you dare to leave me tone. Acting fast, like a soldier escaping a trap, Shankar quickly opened the door, thinking he left before the meltdown began. Maybe it would be fine. He was wrong. A dramatic gasp echoed from the dining table. Then, clunk. The bowl hit the floor. Porridge exploded everywhere, on the tiles, on Tong's pan, even slightly on the wall. And then Minjun began whining like a hand being betrayed by the universe. Papa! Tong blinked at the mess. Minjun, why is the bowl flying? He muttered, trying not to laugh and cry at the same time. Minjun stood up on his tiny chair dramatically, arms stretching toward the door. Papa, no go! Outside the door, Jungkook closed his eyes. He could hear it, the word cry. With a defeated sigh, he pushed the door open again. The moment Minjun saw him, the crying doubled. Papa! Tong tried. Baby, Papa is just going to walk. Minjun shook his head violently, tears flying everywhere like tiny emotional fireworks. Shankuk walked back in, looking at the porridge battlefield on the floor. I was gone for 5 seconds. He said flatly. Tong crossed his arms. Congratulations. In those 5 seconds, your son declared a war. My son? Shankuk raised an eyebrow. Minjun continued, sobbing dramatically, arms stretched, extended. With no other option, Shankuk walked over and picked him up. Instant silence. Minjun clung to him like a koala, hiccuping dramatically, face buried in Jungkook's neck, tongue stirred. You know, he says softly. He didn't cry like this when I left the room yesterday. Jungkook shot him a look. Don't start. Minjun sniffed loudly, then picked at the door suspiciously, as if making sure it wouldn't try to steal Jungkook again. Jungkook beat his back awkwardly. Okay, Papa is not escaping. Calm down. Tom blinked. Papa? Shukuk froze. Minjun giggled against his shoulder. Tom couldn't help it. For the first time in days, he laughed. And somehow, between spilled porridge, dramatic toddler betrayal, and a very defeated businessman, the house felt lighter. After 10 whole minutes of dramatic hugging, sniffing, and emotional specialists. For a 3-year-old, Minjun had finally calmed down, or so they thought. Jungkook clearly cleared his throat and carefully tried to hand Minjun back to Thong. Okay, Papa has worked. Now go to Mama. Minjun blinked, looking at Thong, looking back at Jungkook, and then tightened his grip. Both legs wrapping around Jungkook's waist, arm locked around his neck like a professional wrestler. No, Jungkook blinked. Excuse me? Thong covered his mouth, trying not to laugh. Baby, come to me. Thong said sweetly, opening his arms. Minjun shook his head violently and buried his face in Jungkook's shoulder. Me go, Papa. Jungkook tried again gently, praying one hand off. Minjun immediately retailed like Velcro. Me go, Papa. He repeated, giggling now. Thong was fully laughing at this point. You look very powerful, Mr. CEO. Completely defeated by a 3-year-old. John Jungkook shook him a glare. This is not funny. It's extremely funny, Tai repeated. Minjun paused excitedly in Jungkook's arm. Office, Papa, office. Jungkook frowned. You don't even know what office is. Me go. Minjun insisted proudly. Tong leaned against the table, enjoying the show. Well, looks like someone has a new shadow. Jungkook looked down at the tiny human, clenching to him, then at Watch, then at Tong, who was clearly entertained. You are laughing now, Jungkook muttered. Wait till the... He refused to sleep without me again. Tong grinned. Not my problem. Minjun suddenly grabbed Jungkook's face with his both hands. Papa, funny. I'm not funny. Jungkook demanded. Minjun giggled louder. There was a long pause. Jungkook sighed dramatically. Fine. Tong straightened. Fine? I will take him. Tong burst out laughing. You are taking a 3-year-old to your office? Jungkook adjusted Minjun on his lap like he had been doing it his entire life. Apparently, I don't have a choice. Minjun clearly happily clapped his tiny hands. Me go, Papa. Jungkook grabbed his car case with one hand while holding Minjun securely with the other. Tong watched them walk out of the door. One tall, serious businessman and one giggling toddler sitting proudly in his arm like he owned the world. Jungkook turned it back once. You think this is funny? Tong smiled genuinely, softly, yes. And for the first time since just everything happened, the smile wasn't forced. When Jungkook stepped into the office building, Minjun proudly sitting in his arm like a tiny CEO, the universe decided to malfunction. First, the security guard, he looked up, saw Jungkook, cold sharp, imitating. Jungkook holding a giggling toddler and nearly fainted. His cap slipped, his chair rolled back, and he grabbed the desk dramatically like he had just witnessed a plot twist in his own life. Good morning, sir. He stuttered, voice cracking like a broken speaker. Minjun waved at him. Hi. The guard blinked twice, then sat down slowly like his knees had officially registered, and that was the only beginning. As Jungkook walked through the main office floor, it was like someone pressed the pause button, trying. Typing stopped, phone froze mid-air. One employee had the water bottle tilted in his lip. The water slowly spilled down in his shirt while he stared. Another dropped a whole stack of paper on the floor like dramatic confetti. Someone holding coffee missed their mouth entirely and poured it on their own slice. A printer made a loud error noise as if even the machine couldn't process what it was saying. The great John Jungkook carrying a child who was currently grabbing his stand and giggling like it's normal to him. Papa office? Minjun asked excitedly, bouncing in his own. Yes, baby, Papa office. Jungkook muttered, trying to look normal, while his entire company collectively lost its sanity. Two employees whispered behind a desk. Is that his son? Since when does he have a son? Did we miss the memo? Minjun suddenly clapped loudly. Me, boss. The entire floor went dead silent. Jungkook cleared his throat. Fuck. Employee immediately snapped back into motion like robots, reboosting after a system failure. Keyboard started clacking aggressively. Phone rang. People pretended nothing happened, though several were still sneaking look. Minjun, however, was living his best life. He patted Jungkook's cheek proudly. Papa strong. Jungkook almost smiled. Almost. But when Minjun suddenly tried to grab a random employee's glasses and shouted, Mine! Jungkook sighed deeply. This was going to be a very long workday, and somewhere at home, Tai was probably laughing. Jungkook tried to walk like nothing was happening, like an unbothered king. He increased his pace. Good morning, sir. Sir, is that your son? Boss, since when do you have a baby? Did we just call you Papa? Sir, are you secretly married? Should we congratulate you? Does this mean we get a company daycare now? Sir, is he the new chairman? Minjun beamed at the attention like he was attending a fan meeting. Papa, he shouted proudly, pointing at Jungkook's face like he was presenting proof of the media. A collective gasp echoed around the hallway. One employee whispered loudly, He really said Papa. Another one clutched his chest dramatically. Our boss has a soft side. I can retire peacefully now. Jungkook walked faster, very fast, suspiciously fast. Behind him, his clicked, chair rolled, whispers followed like background music. Meanwhile, Minjun was conducting his own social experiment. He grabbed a random employee's star, pulled someone's glasses right off their face, petted a woman's perfectly styled hair like it was a pet. Mine, he declared confidently. Sir, your son just stole my pen. Sir, he has my ID card. Sir, he is sewing on the company's badge. Jungkook said nothing, not a single word. His jaw tightened, his walk turned into a speed walk. An employee tried to, one last time, Boss, are we planning a welcome party for the little CEO? That was it. Jungkook practically jogged the remaining distance, pushed his cabin door open, stepped inside, and shut it quickly behind him. Silence. Glorious silence. He leaned his forehead against the door and let out a long sigh. Minjun patted the door happily from Jungkook's arm. Papa, run fast. Jungkook closed his eyes. Yes, he muttered under his breath. Papa, run very fast. From outside, faint whisper continued. I swear he blushed. Our boss blushed. Inside the cabin, Jungkook straightened up slowly, only to realize Minjun had somehow stolen his pen during the showers and was now proudly waving it like a victory trophy. Jungkook stares at it. Minjun grinned. Papa, office fun. Jungkook stares at the tiny criminal in his arms. That's my limited edition pen. He said flatly. Minjun blinked at it, then at him, then proudly stuffed it into his tiny shirt pocket like he had just secured company assets. Mine? Jungkook closed his eyes for 3 full seconds. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Outside the glass wall of his cabin, employees were very obviously pretending to work, while very obviously staring. Someone walked into the wall, another one had a file upside down. One brave soul even pressed the ear slightly closer to the glass. Jungkook straightened his posture immediately. CEO mode activated. Like a survival instinct, he walked to the desk with Minjun still in his arm and sat down on his chair. The moment he did, Minjun gasped dramatically. Big chair, spinning chair, opportunity. Before Jungkook could react, Minjun twisted in his lap and grabbed the armchair. Papa, round. No. Too late. Minjun pushed against the desk with his tiny foot. The chair spun once, twice, 3 times. Jungkook grabbed the desk to stop the rotating, while Minjun burst into uncontrollable giggles. Outside the cabin, an employee dropped a file again. Is the boss spinning? I think he is. Inside, Jungkook's hair was slightly messy now, his tie crooked, his dignity questionable. Minjun? He warned softly. Minjun placed both hands on Jungkook's cheek and squished them. Papa, funny. A knock on the door. Jungkook froze. Minjun froze. The both slowly turned toward the sound, like partners in crime. Sir, came a cautioned voice from outside. There's an urgent meeting in 10 minutes. Jungkook glanced at Minjun. Minjun glanced at the door, then suddenly shouted at full volume. Papa, boss. Me, boss too. The entire office outside went silent again. Jungkook panicked, pinched the bridge of his nose. This was not how he imagined his professional reputation evolving. He stood up, adjusting his tie, fixed his hair, and carried Minjun proudly against his chest. Fine, he muttered. If you are coming, you behave. Minjun nodded seriously. 1 second later, he grabbed Jungkook's hair. Jungkook inhaled sharply. Outside the cabin, the brave employee who knocked was still standing there. The door opened. Jungkook stepped out with a calm authority. Minjun waved dramatically at employee, like he was greeting fans at the award show. Hi, office. A few employees actually waved back before quickly pretending they didn't. As Jungkook walked toward the meeting room, Minjun leaned forward and whispered loudly, Papa, no run now? Several employees cocked to hide laughter. Jungkook didn't react, but his ears were slightly red, very slightly. The meeting room was perfectly quiet, too quiet. A senior manager stood near the screen, explaining projection with the laser pointer, charts, graphs, serious faces, important note, and in the center of that sat John Jungkook, with Minjun on his lap. Shockingly, Minjun was also quiet. He was staring at the presentation screen with deep concentration, tiny brows furrowed like he was calculating profit margin. One of the investors leaned slightly toward another and whispered, He is paying more attention than my board member. A surprised Kong had a laugh. Meanwhile, Jungkook kept one arm securely around Minjun's waist while pretending nothing usual was happening. But not everyone was listening to the presentation. A few investors had completely lost interest in the business plan. Their eyes were fixed on Minjun. One older investor, unable to resist, slowly lifted something shiny from his briefcase, a golden trophy. He gently tilted it. Minjun saw it. His eyes widened. Sparkle detected. His investor wiggled in slightly and gestured with his finger. Come here. Minjun gasped happily. Without warning, he pushed against Jungkook's chest and climbed onto the meeting table like a tiny explorer discovering new land. Gas filled the room. Jungkook immediately grabbed him mid-crawl. Sit. He muttered under his breath, pressing him firmly on his lap. Minjun frowned. Then investor lifted the trophy. Again, Minjun's jaw dropped. Candy detected. He twisted again and climbed back onto the table. Jungkook caught him back to lap. 2 seconds of peace. Then Minjun puffed his cheeks angrily. He climbed up again, this time with determination. Before anyone could react, his tiny hand twisted across the table. A glass tipped. Then another. Fire slid dramatically onto the floor. Water spread across the polished surface and dripped down onto the expensive shoe. Someone gasped loudly. A manager half rose from his chair in panic. The presentation remote fell. The laser pointer shot across the ceiling, but Minjun, he was giggling, fully entertained, completely proud. The crowd faster forward, hands splashing through the water, eyes locked onto the candy like it was the ultimate mission. Minjun, Jungkook reached for him, too slow. The toddler moved with unexpected speed. Another file went flying. An investor lifted his feet to save his trouser. Chairs crashed against the floor. The serious high-level meeting had officially turned into the daycare house. Minjun was inches away from the candy. Jungkook leaned forward across the table, trying to grab his son without knocking over more things. Stop! Minjun grabbed the candy and squealed. Mine! The entire office room froze. Water everywhere. Files running, trophy rolling slowly on the side. And in the center of the disaster sat Minjun, soaked hand wide smile, clutching candy like he had just had the biggest deal of the year. Silence. Then one investor suddenly laughed, another followed. Within seconds, the whole room burst into laughter. Jungkook slowly picked Minjun up, holding him against his chest, while staring at the socket table. Minjun proudly held up the candy. Papa, win! Jungkook closed his eyes for a second. Meeting adjourned. Cook walked straight to the cabin like a man who had just survived a natural disaster. Behind him, his assistant followed. The door shut. Silence. 1 second, 2 seconds, and then Hyungi lost it. A tiny snort escaped first, then another. Suddenly, he was laughing so hard, had to hold the wall. He slid down dramatically and actually rolled on the floor, clutching his stomach. I can't, he swizzled. The investors' faces, the water, the candy. Minjun stares at him in fascination, a grown man rolling on the floor on purpose. This was groundbreaking. Minjun slowly slid down from Jungkook's arm, crawled closer to Yoongi, and then plopped onto the floor. He attempted to roll, failed halfway, tried again. Papa, look! He announced proudly. Uncle, roll! Jungkook froze. He looked at Yoongi. He looked at his son, copying him. He pressed his palm to his face. Mean Yoongi, he said flatly. Stop encouraging him. Yoongi sat up, still laughing, wiping tears from his eyes. Sir, with all respect, he already has your stubbornness. I'm not the problem. Minjun suddenly stood up, pointing at Jungkook with a tiny accusing finger. Papa, no scold uncle. Uncle roll good. Yoongi covered his mouth to stop laughter. Jungkook stared at both of them like they had betrayed him together. He walked to the sofa and dramatically let himself fall backward, flat, arms spread, legs stretched. He looked like a fallen warrior on the battlefield. I'm done, he muttered. Minjun gasped dramatically. Papa, down! Without hesitation, he crawled onto Jungkook's chest and plopped the same way, arms and legs spread wide, copying him perfectly. Me done too. Minjun declared. Yoongi pressed his lips together, trying not to laugh again. The powerful CEO of the company was lying on the sofa like a defeated cartoon character, with a tiny version sprawled on top of him. Yoongi cleared his throat flatly, finally standing up and adjusting his suit. He composed himself. Sir, he said, voice still shaking slightly from suppressed laughter. Just one question. He tilted his head innocently. When did you become a father? Jungkook didn't even open his eyes. You idiot, he muttered from the sofa. I never become a father. He is my brother's son. Yoongi blinked. Oh, he nodded slowly, processing it. So you thought brought him here to take care of him after, Jungkook gave him a small note, then he exhaled dramatically. But at this rate, it looks like I am the one who is going to die soon. Yoongi burst out laughing again, and of course, Minjun laughed too, not because he understood, but because uncle was laughing, and laughter meant fun. Minjun rolled off Jungkook's chest like a tiny potato and landed on the carpet. As Jungkook and Yoongi continued their dramatic sighing, Minjun's attention shifted. On one side table, a stack of paper and pens, important looking, tempting. He slowly stood up, waddled toward it, stretched his tiny hand up, almost he jumped, missed and grabbed the edge of the table for support. Wrong move. The paper slid first, then the pens, then the entire stack came crashing down in slow motion. Pens scattered everywhere, papers floating dramatically like snow. One pen rolling under the sofa, another hit Yoongi's shoe. Silence. Changu slowly turned his head toward the mess. Yoongi looked down at the floor. Minjun stood in the middle of it, holding exactly one paper upside down like he had achieved his final results. Mine? He said proudly. Jungkook and Yoongi both sighed at the same time, in sync, like exhausted parents. They both leaned back again, Jungkook on the sofa, Yoongi sliding down on the wall once more. Neither moved, neither spoke, just staring at the ceiling. Minjun happily sat down in the pile of important documents and began scraping on one of with a pen he somehow successfully opened. Tiny lines, be confident. Papa, see? He announced. Jungkook didn't move. Promote him, he muttered weakly. At least someone here is productive. Hyungi slowly lifted his head from the floor. Sir, is he signing contract now? Minjun was aggressively scraping across a very important looking document, tongue slightly sticking out in deep concentration. Jungkook turned his head just enough to see what paper it was. He froze. That's the investor agreement. Yoongi gasped dramatically. Sir, congratulations. The deal is now approved by Abstract Art. Minjun lifted the paper proudly and slapped it onto Jungkook's chest. Papa sign. Yoongi clutched his stomach again. He think you work for him. Minjun suddenly crawled onto Jungkook's stomach and grabbed his hand, forcing the pen into his finger. Sign. Jungkook stares at the ceiling. I am the CEO, he muttered weakly. Minjun climbed higher and placed the pen on Jungkook's forehead. Sign here. Yoongi lost balance again and actually hit the floor laughing. Jungkook finally sat up, gently taking the pen away before more corporate disaster could occur. He grabbed Minjun into his arm. Enough, he said finally. Minjun pouted, but the pout lasted exactly 3 seconds because something new caught his eyes. Jungkook's desk phone. Big button, shiny light, dangerous potential. Before Jungkook could react, Minjun stretched one out and pressed one random button. Beep. Another button. Beep. Yoongi's phone in his pocket suddenly rang. He blinked. Minjun pressed again. Now the main reception line started ringing loudly outside. An announcement tone echoed faintly through the intercom. Jungkook grabbed the phone immediately. Minjun! Minjun giggled uncontrollably. Papa, office noisy. Outside the cabin, employees looked around in confusion and random internal lines began connecting. Yoongi slowly stood up, fixing his suit again like nothing was happening. Sir, he said calmly, at this point, should we just add his name to payroll? Minjun clapped. Pay? Jungkook looked at both of them, one chaotic assistant and one chaotic toddler. He leaned back against the sofa again, holding Minjun securely in his this time. His company survived market crashes, he said dramatically. It survived economic recession. Minjun leaned against his chest comfortably, but I am not sure it will survive him. Minjun yawned suddenly. Both men froze. Silence. He rubbed his eyes. Yoongi whispered, Is it shutting down? Minjun obeyed slightly, then curled into Jungkook's chest. Within a second, asleep. Just like that. Jungkook looked down at the peaceful face resting against him. Water showers, meeting disaster, people destruction, phone attacks, and now angelic silence. Yoongi leaned closer carefully and whispered, Sir. Jungkook looked at him, Yoongi smiling softly. You really do look like father though. Jungkook didn't respond, but this time he didn't deny it either. It was late when Jungkook finally reached home. Miju slipped me against his shoulder. Tiny hands still clutching Jungkook's collar like he might disappear. The door opened. Tai stood there. He took one look at Jungkook's slightly messy hair, wrinkled shirt, and tired eyes. Are you tired, Mr. CEO? Tai asked casually, leaning against the wall. Jungkook started instantly. Tired? Who is tired? He scoffed. I never tired of my office work. Tai's lips curved into a small, knowing smile. Minju shifted in Jungkook's arm, but didn't wake up. Tai stepped closer, lowering his voice. Did he give you a hard time? Jungkook shook his head immediately. No, he didn't. Tai raised one eyebrow. He is a nice kid. Jungkook added quietly. He let me work, didn't do any naughtiness. From inside Minju's tiny face, a crumpled investor document corner was still visible. Tai noticed it. He said nothing. Instead, he gently extended his hand. Give him to me. Jungkook hesitated for half a second before carefully transferring the sleeping child into Tai's arms. Minjun curled closer to Tai's chest. Tai adjusted him comfortably and looked at Jungkook again. Don't lie, he said softly. I know him well. Jungkook looked away. No, he insisted quietly. He behaved. Tai smiled again. That soft smile that clearly said, I know you are lying, but I will need to pretend. I am his mother, Jungkook. Tai said gently. I know him better. He turned slightly toward the bedroom. Go, freshen up, I will heat up the dinner. Dinner? The word echoed in Jungkook's head. Dinner. He stood there for the moment. Before this, no one waited for him. No one asked if he was tired. No one reheated food for him. Most night, it was takeout or nothing. A silent house, a cold dining table. Now there was someone holding a child in his living room. Someone telling him to wash up because food was waiting. His brother's husband, Tai. The kitchen lights were on. The house were different, formal. Jungkook slowed slightly and walked toward the room, but his steps were slower than usual. So many thoughts tangling in his mind: responsibility, loss, family, and something unfamiliar: comfort. From the kitchen, Tai's voice came. Hurry up before it gets cold. Jungkook puzzled for a second. A small smile appeared on his face. I'm coming, he replied. Next morning was chaos from the very beginning. Jungkook was already late. His tie was half done, watch in one hand, phone in the other, walking fast through the hallway while muttering about meeting under his breath. Meanwhile, Tai had woken up early, breakfast ready, toast warm, eggs perfectly cooked, fresh juice poured into the glass. He heard hurried footsteps approaching. Oh, he is coming. Tai muttered to himself and quickly turned it around with a glass in one hand and the breakfast plate in other. At the exact same time, Jungkook turned the corner. They collided. The glass tilted. Orange juice splashes dramatically all over Jungkook's white shirt. Silence. Both of them froze. A drop of juice slowly slid down from Jungkook's collar. Tai's eyes widened in horror. Oh my god. Tai gasped. I'm really sorry. He quickly put the plate aside and grabbed a napkin from the counter. Don't panic, Jungkook said calmly, even though cold juice was now soaking into his shirt. But Tai was already panicking. It's not fading. Tai muttered anxiously, tapping at the stand. Why is it spreading? Oh no, it's spreading. It's fine. Jungkook tried again. No, it's not fine. You're already late. Tai kept tugging at the fabric carefully, leaning closer, completely focused. Jungkook stood there awkwardly, arms slightly raised, watching Tai fuzz over him like this. It's just juice, Jungkook said softly. It's your important meeting shirt. Tai shot back, still trying to clean it. You can't go like this. He grabbed another napkin, pressed it harder. It's not fading. Wait, let me clean it properly. Before Jungkook could respond, Tai suddenly cocked his hand. Come. And without giving him time to argue, he pulled him toward the washroom. Inside the washroom, Tai quickly closed the door behind them without thinking much. He reached forward and removed Jungkook's coat, placing it aside. Remove your shirt, Tai said hurriedly. Jungkook blinked. What? I need to clean it properly, Tai said, already turning on the tap. The stain, Fish said, if we will remove it. Jungkook hesitated. It suddenly felt inappropriate, standing there in the washroom behind, told to remove his shirt by his brother's husband. Tai, it's fine, I can change. Jungkook said, it's spreading. Tai cut him off, glancing at the orange stand. And it's on your skin too. Remove it. Hurry, you're already late. There was no teasing in Tai's voice, just genuine urgency. Still, Jungkook's finger buzzed at the button for a second. His mind ran faster than his heartbeat. This is weird. Why does this feel weird? Why so slow? Tai frowned. Do it quickly. Jungkook inhaled quietly and finally unbuttoned his shirt. One button, two, three. He removed it and handed it over. Tai took it without looking up, immediately placing it under the running water in the sink. See, it's already sticking. Tai muttered focused. Then he grabbed the towel, drenching it in the cool water, squeezing it slightly and turned it toward Jungkook. Stand still. Jungkook did. The towel touched his chest. Cold. He flinched slightly. Tai noticed. Sorry, it's cold. It's fine, Jungkook replied quickly. Tai moved the towel slowly over the area where the juice had spilled. Careful and gentle, his expression was serious. Brows slightly furrowed in concentration. The touch wasn't inappropriate, just careful. But the closeness made the air feel heavier than usual. Water droplets slid down Jungkook's skin as Tai wiped them away. You should watch where you are walking, Tai said softly, still focused on cleaning. You were the one who turned it suddenly, Jungkook replied. I have a slightly. Still, you should have been more careful. For a moment, neither spoke. The only sound was the tap running and the faint rustle of fabric. Tai wiped a little slower now, making sure there was no stickiness left. Okay, he muttered after a few seconds. It's clean. But he didn't step back immediately, and Jungkook didn't move either. When Tai seemed to realize how close they were, he cleared his throat softly, stepping back at last and turning to rinse the towel again. I will dry the shirt quickly, Tai said casually. You can't go off his half-dressed. Jungkook picked up his coat slightly, his thoughts strangely unsettled. It was just a choice, just cleaning, nothing else, right? Tai quickly wrung out the shirt and handed it back. Here, he said, avoiding eye contact for some reason. It's still a little damp, but it will dry soon. Jungkook took it quickly. He slipped one arm in, then the other. Tai stepped closer automatically to help, fingers brushing against Jungkook's shoulder as he adjusted the fabric into place. Why do you always rush like this? Tai continued talking, trying to sound normal. If you walked properly, this wouldn't have happened, and you didn't even eat breakfast. His finger moved to the collar, straightening it, then to the button. He started fastening them one by one. And that's when Jungkook felt it. Every small touch, every accidental brush of Tai's fingertip against his skin. It shouldn't mean anything, it was practical, necessary, but his heartbeat betrayed him. The sensation lingered longer than it should have. Tai's palm briefly pressed flat against his chest while fixing the fabric, and Jungkook inhaled sharply. A low, uneven breath escaped him before he could stop it. Tai froze. He looked up. Jungkook's breathing was heavier than before. His jaw tight, eyes slightly darker, the top few buttons still open, revealing warm skin beneath. For a split second, Tai forgot what he was doing. He didn't notice before, but like this, messier, half-buttoned shirt, bare chest rising and falling under his palm. Jungkook looked dangerously attractive. Tai's heartbeat suddenly picked up fast, too fast. Something unfamiliar twisted in his chest. His palm was still resting against Jungkook's chest. He pulled it away quickly as if burned it. Tai swallowed. I'm done. But he couldn't stop staring for a second longer. The open button, the sharp collarbone, the faint tension in Jungkook's muscles. Why am I noticing this? Why is my heart racing? He stepped back quickly, almost bumping into the sink. The air felt heavier now, different. Neither of them spoke. Tai turned it quickly, clearly flustered, and rushed toward the bathroom door. But in hurry, his foot slipped. Before he could fall, Jungkook grabbed him firmly around his waist, pulling him back against his chest. The sudden movement made Jungkook's elbow hit the shower tap. A second later, cold water burst down from above. Within seconds, both of them were drenched. Their clothes clung instantly to their skin. Neither moved, neither spoke. Water streamed down Jungkook's hair over his forehead. along his jaw. Ty's shirt turned transparent, fabric sticking to his chest. Ty's hand had grabbed Jungkook's collar to steady himself. Jungkook's hands were still firmly around Ty's waist. Too close, feet too close. The sound of running water filled the small space, but between them there was only silence. They looked at each other, breathing uneven, chest rising and falling under soaked fabric. Ty's fingers were still twisted in Jungkook's collar. Jungkook's grip on his waist tightened slightly without him realizing. Water dripping from Ty's lashes. From Jungkook's chin, their faces inches apart. Jungkook swallowed. It was getting harder to think, harder to ignore the warmth beneath his palm, harder to pretend this was normal. He leaned in slightly like he was drawn. Ty's eyes fluttered for a second, for a fleeting moment. His mind blurred. The closeness, the way Jungkook was holding him, the way his name almost slipped from his lip. Jungkook. He wasn't thinking clearly anymore. Neither of them were. Jungkook moved closer, slowly, breath mingling, just like Itemo, and then